In this demonstration, we are going to go through the process of registering as a supplier. Right now, we're on the Wyndham City website. From there, in order to get to the supplier portal, we're going to click on About Council. We're going to go to Tenders and Suppliers, and you can see there Wyndham Supplier Portal. At the time of recording, this page is not complete. On this page will be a number of links, including to the portal for registration and logging in, as well as instructional content around how to do that. For now, we're going to go directly through to the registration. Here we are in the registration. You'll notice that there are 6 steps, the last one being a review. Each of these steps can be clearly seen in terms of their purpose. With regards to each step, there are headings to indicate specifically what we're adding in. So for example, in this section, we're adding in details relevant to the company. It's important to understand the difference around fields. You can see that some fields have asterisks, and these represent fields that must be populated. These fields are mandatory. A number of other things are very important to know. Number one, this is a free text field. Number two, this is a drop-down field where you select an option. Over here, if you do enter in an ACN, even though it's not absolutely required, it's certainly recommended. It's important to know that we enter 9 digits there, and for the ABN, 12 digits. ABN is required. So let's go ahead and populate all the fields. Okay, we've populated all the required fields, plus we have populated other useful fields. You'll notice one more field is around attachments. If you do need to, if you do want to, you can add further attachments. We're happy with this. We're going to click on Next. Now you'll notice that the number 2 page is bolded for contacts. And you can also see that we've got a tick for the previous step, indicating that we've addressed all the required details. Let's have a look at contacts. We can see we've already got one. If we want to, we can add more. We would click on Actions and then click on Create. Alternatively, we can edit or delete the currently selected contact. Similarly, over here, we have those functions repeated. For now, we're happy with this one contact. We're going to click on Next. Notice now, bolded is addresses, and we have correctly addressed contacts. Over here for addresses, we require one. We're going to add that one. We're going to click on Actions and then Create. Right, we've populated all the required fields, both mandatory and some optional. You can see here we can click on Create Another. What that would do would be to submit these details as an address and to reset the fields so we can add another address. For now, we're happy with this. We're going to click on OK. And we can see that address there. We can continue to add, edit, or delete, as well as the functions being repeated here. We're happy with this. We're going to click on Next. Notice now we're up to business classifications, and the previous step has a tick to indicate we've populated that correctly. Now, if we do have business classifications like certificates, permits, etc., that are important to add against our supplier registration, we could do that here via Actions, Add Row. Okay, we can also click on the plus button. For now, we don't have any that we need to demonstrate. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to click on none of the classifications are applicable. It's important to either tick this option or to add some business classifications. It's one or the other. You cannot leave this completely empty. Okay, we're happy with that. We're going to click on Next. Notice here, the last step before a review is bold, and we can see it's for products and services. The previous step has a tick for business classifications. Now, this is where we articulate specifically the products and services as a supplier we might offer, for example, Wyndham City Council. So we're going to click on Actions, and we're going to click on Select and Add. As the example for a printing business, we can clearly see that it's under Advertising and Media, and all of this works as a kind of a hierarchy, where at the top level, these ones are at top level, they're at a parent level, and everything underneath is at a child level. And so it's difficult to work out specifically how deep it will go, but we want to go as deep as we can within the hierarchy so that we're able to be as specific as we can in terms of the products and services. Now, this might take a little bit of time given all the products and services that you might offer as a supplier. In this example, as a printing business, we're able to offer services around printing brochures and marketing consulting. So here we can see one around marketing services. We're going to expand that, and we can clearly see that this is as low as we can go in this hierarchy. So we'll select this one. Now, in terms of marketing materials, we certainly print off various content. So we're going to expand this, and you'll notice that this is as low in the hierarchy as we can go. So we're going to select this. Okay. These are the two options that we can select. We're going to click on OK, and we can see both of those options reflected. Right, we're finished with this page. We're going to click on the next button, and you can see we're at the point of review with a tick against products and services. So far, so good. At this point, all the content should be updated, and we're simply performing a review. If at some point we realize during the review we need to add or update content, for example, a product or service or classification, address or contact, we certainly could do that. We could click directly on the tick to take us to that point, or if we want, click on the back button until we're back at that point that we can update content. So for now, we're going to review. We've got all the content that we require against company details, against attachments, against contacts, against addresses, against business classifications, and products and services. We're happy with this review, so we're going to click on the Register button. Great. We've got a notification that advises us that the registration request has been submitted, and we will receive an email after the registration request is reviewed. So we'll be advised as to whether it's been approved and accepted. And assuming it's been approved and accepted, we'll also receive an email to indicate that a password has been reset so that we need to log in and set the password appropriately.